The following video has been Fatboy approved. These are the shill-free opinions of Fatboy. Every product reviewed is bought and paid for by Fatboy. Yeah.
What is going on, everybody? It is your boy. Welcome into Fatboy Fragrance Reviews. Make sure I got it on my face. No edits, baby. Welcome into Fatboy Fragrance Reviews. And of course, you know who I am. I am Mr. Fatboy, aka the realest man in Fragcom, aka the hardest working man in Fragcom, aka the Alabama fan, baby. How about my Creep Tide? Now, I shot this video right after the North Carolina-Alabama game, so I want to give them their flowers and give them their shout-outs for a great game. I don't know when this comes out, if they had won this, to make it to the Final Four, but what a great achievement getting to Elite Eight. So proud of those guys over the basketball team. They know it's a great job. Roll Tide. No matter what happens, we took down the champs. We took down North Carolina, and that means a lot to me. Okay. Thank you for tuning in. Like I said, my name is Mr. Fatboy, and I'm glad to have you here today. And if you are new to my channel, baby, hit that like and subscribe. Show the love. Make sure you get them notifications because I put in the work. Do like so many you have in the last couple months. This has been a stellar start this year. I really appreciate all the love you've shown this channel. If you are new, like I said, do that for me. And if you already subscribed, just make sure you still are. Whew. If you want to sample most of what I talk about, go on over to fatboyfragrance.com, the real deal, baby. A legit fragrance site right there where you can purchase decants and samples or whatever you want to try that I have in my collection. A huge, great collection. Fatboyfragrance.com, where the customer's always right. All right, let's not mess around. We've got an amazing fragrance to talk about today. It's got a lot to live up to because the first one from this house was a banger. All right, you know how we do it, baby. No edits, no do-overs. One take, and I always get it right. Fatboy Fragrance Reviews starts now. We are back. And the fragrance house that we're talking with today is Blue Atlas. And the first one I came out with Atlantis. Here's a look at that bottle right there. This one was a stunner. An absolute home run for me. I love this fragrance. The beautiful fresh note of apricot in this one is the standout note. It really hits just a beautiful fragrance. It's not a citrus fragrance. It's not a floral fragrance. It's not really a fruity fragrance. It's a mix, and it's its own unique thing that you cannot tie to nothing else. They killed it with this one. Performance was solid. This was a great fragrance. Check out my review. The link is below. It's almost a perfect fragrance. It really is. So I got a notification a couple weeks ago that they had a new one coming out. So I went ahead and purchased 2 bottles of it. I got it right here. Now this house, Blue Atlas, they also do men's skincare and stuff like that. But they have gotten into the fragrance game. Now I know a lot of reviewers got free bottles last time. I'm sure they got them free this time. But your boy has a rule. Shield free, I pay for everything. It's the only way to be. So here's a look at how this one came. And this one is called Bountiful. Bountiful. Did I say that right? Yeah, Bountiful. All right, so here's a look at the box. It has the word Blue Atlas on the outside, right there on the side. Then you have a wood it's the wood box. Nothing really fancy, but it does have a nice magnetic enclosure, so it will snap in there, see? So the presentation is not bad. Not a home run, but not bad. These are priced around $100, which is a solid price in my opinion for a fragrance that's, like, if it's anything like the last one, it's, niche, straddling on niche quality to being right at, say, high-end designer as far as quality goes. The bottle, the sprayer, the presentation, the whole works. But here's a look at that one right there. This is Bountiful. Comes in a box with a nice little foam insert. Easy to take out. Go ahead and take it out. And we'll take us a good look at this fingerprint magnet we got going on right here. Here's a good look at the bottle. And there you go. This is a kind of a see-through blue looking bottle compared to the other one. If you want to see them side by side, here they are. This was a matte black finish, and this one is a blue finish. Better way to tell the difference now in the bottles right there. Okay, so let's pull up the notes on this one and see what we got. All right, in the top we have bergamot, lemon, and pink peppercorn. Sounding like a designer fragrance right there, right? With middle notes of orris, oak moss, violet, cardamom. I can't pronounce this one. How you sing? Have you seen me lately? Have you seen her? Tell me, have you seen her? Damn. Tree sap. What the hell? And on the base we have patchouli, vetiver, cedarwood, and musk. Bountiful is considered to them to be a 4-season fragrance that leaves a lasting impression without a trace of excess. So that's a good little sentence there. There is no excess from either one of these fragrances. They are light, but they hold their smell and scent bubble pretty solid, but they are not offensive. These are definitely fragrances that are not going to be offensive, and they're going to be mass appealing. That's the vibe I've gotten from this house. So let's see what this one is. I've worn it. You saw my first reactions. I think when I did this, I had kind of a stuffy nose, but now my nose has been cleared up. Because if you know, sinuses and pollen is rough on a fragrance reviewer. So let's go ahead and pop this bad boy open. I'll be leaving a timestamp for now for when the actual review starts. All right, on the skin. Here we go, in the air and on the skin, because you know, baby, I put my skin on the line for y'all all the time. Good sprayer in the air. Well, I said a good sprayer, then it kind of quit on me. Now, that could not be this fault. That could be me decanting out of it. All right, you're going to pick up on this one in the opening, and then the air is on that vetiver. The vetiver is uber strong on this one. It is a kind of dirtier vetiver. I would say this is where they kind of lean into being more of a 4-season kind of fragrance. I could see this fragrance really working in 3 seasons, but not in the winter, but that's me. The vetiver is the note that really kicks in early on. Also, the peppercorn, you could definitely pick up on the pepper and the vetiver, bergamot. So what you're going to get in the opening is a blast of vetiver, pepper, and bergamot. Don't really know how the tree sap works. My guess, as I wore this fragrance, it got sweeter. So maybe that's where the sweetness comes from. As far as wow factor, like say Blue Atlas, it does not have that wow factor. The apricot here is just stunning. It's perfectly done. This one is, to me, designed to be more universal, more able to wear often. It is going to be a fresh kind of vetiver vibe you get with this one, but it is a dirtier vetiver, if that makes any sense. It almost comes off chocolatey a little bit, but very earthy, super vetiver in there, with a nice balance with, say, with the other notes, but it's still the strong component. And this one is the vetiver, without a doubt. And it's funny to me on that because I really enjoyed the first one so much that I felt like the lemon and the peppercorn kind of are there, but they're not really the star. This one's the peppercorn and the vetiver, and that's really the heart of this fragrance. I myself do not appeal to this style of fragrance. I myself feel a little let down with this one. Now, you're going to get a lot of reviewers who get sent this bottle, and they're going to give it an A-OK score. I'll give you mine here in a second, but I can honestly say it is not better than its predecessor. Also, it's one of those things where you can smell and say, hey, is this a fragrance I could wear, to the gym and all? No. This fragrance is more to be worn in certain situations. If you liked the vetiver kick, you're going to like this one. Now, it's not my best use of vetiver, in my opinion. The peppercorn and vetiver really hammer home that. It's just not a mass appealing fragrance to me. I think it's kind of a step back. But that's me. That's how I feel. As this fragrance, as I wore it a couple days, I could never really find a point in the day when I wore it that I could say, that really changed it. That really changed up. It does get sweeter, but it doesn't really change. It's super linear. This one is and smells like a higher end designer, no doubt. But it's that higher end designer that I probably don't like as much. Now that's my personal preference. But if you like vetiver and you like the peppercorn kind of note in there, you might love this one. Okay, it's not super fresh. It's definitely more of a year-round, but it's not a winter fragrance in my opinion. It's fall, spring, and summer. Okay, let's find out if this one gets my full seal approval, and we'll get out of here, baby, because I got a lot more of these to do. Performance. It's okay. I'm going to give it about a 30 to 40% check. I had to respray this a lot. It just didn't perform well. And I can say about the apricot note and then the first one, it really did perform decent. 6 hours, I could live with that. This one's not even going to cross the 4-hour mark. 3 hours, 2 hours maybe, solid. There's not really huge scent trail or bubble around you. It's okay for about 30 minutes, then it kind of dissipates. So performance, if that's an issue with you, the $100 price tag might get you to pull back. These don't end up in discounters, so you're going to pay $100 and maybe get $10 off of it, on a sale, but that's about it. All right. So performance, I'm going to get about a 40% check. Now, let's just call it a half a check of a box. Does the wifey like it? Not really. She wasn't really impressed with it. First impressions in the air. Excuse me. Forget the wifey. The second box, first impressions in the air. Is it something that wows me or is it something that I just got to levitate towards? No. I'm not even going to check that box. It's not very impressive on first smell. Pass on that one. So, third box, does wifey like it? No, not really a fan of it. I only had really one person that had to beg them basically, tell me if they liked it or not. They didn't like it. So this is not going to be a compliment getter like the first one. It's definitely not a showstopper. It's going to be a vetiver fragrance with a nice peppery vibe to it. It just holds on to that, and if you like that, you're going to love it. It's just super weird. It's going to be weird for some people. So no check on that. So finally, how much do I recommend this fragrance? I don't recommend this fragrance as a purchase. I definitely recommend if you do want to gamble, sample it first. You won't have a lot invested in it. This is not a buy-worthy fragrance, and I'm super disappointed because what my expectations were so high for this one. But ultimately, the vetiver in the bottom really carried this fragrance. The peppercorn tends not to work that much for me, so I have to say this one gets about a 35% approval from me, which means it's a pass or at best, sample it first. Okay, so Bountiful doesn't make the cut, unfortunately, but I got plenty of it to sample if you want to at fatboyfragrance.com. That's all the time I got. I hope you enjoyed the video. Y'all stay safe and y'all stay well. And if you smell good, baby, and you feel good, then it's going to be all good. Roll Tide. Fat Boy Fragrance Reviews is out.